So apparently now this new thing that's out that people are doing called silently quitting, or quitting silently, where they're doing just the bare minimum at their jobs. They're not really working like they used to. Like some people used to work till like past 6, past 7, past 8. People are silently quitting. And this is the thing that is now. It's a true fact. So what this is doing is causing people to think my life is better than me staying at work all day. Hey guys, it's your girl Lisathemelanatedminimalist, the Melanated Minimalist, and I'm here to talk with you about the new phenomenon. Y'all heard about the Great Resignation? Now you're hearing about the silent quitting and what's happening in America. So, since what we call C19, people have really, truly started thinking, is my life worth more than this? See, before C19, I had already came to the conclusion that my life was worth more than that. Just going to work every day, solving so many other problems, coming home, having to, my family and all that. And I just decided years ago that I would do a test, a 90-day test, if I could live a certain way on a minimalist situation. And I'll tell you more about my divorce and how I became a minimalist, but this right now is what I want to speak about, the silently quitting. So what's happening, they're not quitting their careers, they're going in and they're working. But they're barely working, meaning they're seeing some other coworkers who either quit or didn't come back after the C19, and now they're finally saying, heck, that means I got to work more. So what they have decided to do is keep their benefit packages, go to work, but silently, and I do mean silently, only work a minimum. You know how back in the day, there's so many people used to work overtime, 80, 90 hours, instead of working like that 8 to 5 or 7 to 3, they were working till 12 and 13 hours just so they, whatever they had to do with their work. They'd take the work home in a briefcase and work more at home, which took away from family time, relationships, partly suffered because of this, and it really was not healthy. So what has caused this crazy, just mad dash to change it? I do believe with the C19, being at home, being away from everything and what they call their jobs, people consider their life, they start changing. So what we're going to see in the next few years, and as we see now, more and more people will keep their job, but they will be silently not working as hard, not trying to impress the boss. I work in a restaurant currently as of this recording, and there are so many people who know they want to make more money. And what they've done, myself included, you go in and negotiate what you want, wherever you are. And instead of taking on these roles as team leaders and all this kind of stuff, they decided not to. They were like, for all the headache and frustration, making me work more hours or keeping me on days and weeks of when I don't want to be there, I'll just work and go home. I don't want to take on leadership. Now these people are amazing. They would make great leadership, managers, higher management, all that. But they made a decision. They didn't want all the stress. They didn't want all the responsibility. So I call that quietly quitting. And so many others will be doing it. And it's not going to be, excuse me, where you're like an older person quitting. No, these are going to be young people. 30-somethings, 20-somethings, maybe even early 40-somethings. I'm a part of the Gen X, older Gen Xers. But, even our Gen Xers, some of them have decided, hey, I want to work from home, or I want to own my own business. I don't want to go into an office every day. I want to have my own things. I want to be my own boss, right? I've seen such a major shift from when my mother era, it was the baby boomers and all that, to what's going on now. People are not loyal like they used to be. And I can't blame them. You work for a certain amount. Sometimes you have micromanagers. You got people who get on your nerves. I'm pretty sure if C19 had happened when I was working my full-time career, I don't think I would have went back. I definitely think I wouldn't have went back because it would have gave me too much time to really think. But of course, technology has really shifted people to explore. They can look at things on Instagram. People are traveling. They can look at things where people are living in their cars, living in their RVs or vans, and they're thinking, shoot, they don't have to hardly pay nothing. They living simple. I want to live simple too. Then you look around, sometimes you got these big old houses and you're only using 2 rooms, but you got 4 people. Doesn't make sense, does it? You just want to have the house just to say you have a house. You got people who have these nice luxury cars and they work from home, so the car stays in the yard. To me, that don't make sense. Either you're gonna rent it out on Turo, rent it out to people, or sell it and get something that's more realistic. I'm just saying. So silently quitting, it's gonna be a major, major shift. Employees will see. They will have people who are there, but not really there. People who come to work, check in, and they're there for that time. And as soon as that 5 o'clock hit, or whatever time they're quitting, they're already out the door. They're on the street in the car. They're not waiting around. They're not asking for overtime. They don't even want it. Some people are saying, keep it. Keep all that, because I don't want it. I want to live simple. So me producing this channel on melanated minimalism, how more and more people are looking at life and saying to themselves, I want a simple life. It's really weird because at first when I looking at myself saying I'm a minimalist, I thought, people are going to look down on you because you don't have a certain, criteria as far as your house or your signature car, the luxury car, the jewelry, the designer clothes, certain hairstyle got to wear, makeup every day, all that. But then I began to embrace it and was confident, say, the heck with all that. I'm okay with me. I'm okay being the girl who likes to go camping. I'm okay being the girl who, will walk a lot of places, ride my bike, even ride the transit bus. I'm okay with being the woman who doesn't have to have the latest designer, although I could get them. And I'm okay with thrift store shopping, which some people don't want to do. So at the end of the day, you got to really think, what is life really all about? It's about impressing other people who don't care about you. It's about showing off on the ground, flossing, showing what you got. You got people right now who are quote unquote considered wealthy through the IG reels or whatever, but really struggling mentally. There was a young lady who was just talking about it. She's a multi-millionaire, but she was depressed. She said she'd rather be back in her 2-bedroom apartment, living a simple life, than what she was living now in this huge mansion, because she didn't have nobody to come home to. She might have her kids, but she didn't really have no man or a special love, whatever. And of course, she's not working, but it just came again to the point where people are tired of trying to run, chase. That's why they're silently quitting. Yeah. They're probably turning in their cars. They're probably trying to get better housing. Well, less payments, going to a 1-bedroom apartments, because they used to be in a 2-3 bedroom and there's just one person or a couple. The couples are going, hey, we just need 1 bedroom. We don't need no huge apartment or a house. Let's downsize. Let's get us a little cottage house. Let's get us a little tiny home. Heck, they're tired of it too. I'm telling you, people. The silently quitting is becoming definitely a phenomenon. And I'm so glad that Timothy Ward, shout out to Timothy Ward, who talked about it on his last episode on his channel. Go check him out if you got this far in the video. I'm just telling you now, guys, it's time to shift. It's time to get back to the, a order of your life where you can relax, live good. And I'm going to do another episode on loving yourself and just some tips I'm going to give a lot of my melanated ladies, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and come off of this and just talk about the fact that at the end of the day, Do life for you. Go ahead and like, share, and comment below about ways that you can silently quit. If you're in your career, I'm not telling you to give up your career because some people love what they do. Nothing wrong with that. But I'm telling you, if you're feeling some kind of way about your career, go ahead and silently quit and work on some things you love, okay? Bye, y'all.